The METHOD Lab.
Now you can start talking.
Welcome everybody to the Method Lab, the METHOD Lab. Larry's walking in here. We're switching some shit around, Larry.
I see.
I'm manning the ship today.
You're manning, I'm switching. This is
okay. And then you'll be able to hear him. He's on mic 3.
He's 3, and then I'm, which one?
You're right here.
I'm right here.
Now, all you gotta do now is just turn this down.
Okay. Cool. Welcome everybody. Join us on the messenger. As you can see, I'm on the other side. Today, and probably moving forward. Who knows? It's kind of intimidating.
why? Because you're behind the boards?
Yeah.
It's always great to have more people learn the board
Yeah.
for other instances.
Yeah. No, that's pretty dope. I'm used to doing the online stuff. This is just new.
Yeah.
And then just like you always, whenever you do live, you always get those live jitters. Don't matter how many times you've done it and how you know it like the back of your hand.
Right click this screen
Right click.
and just come, Now you want to go output projector.
Work quietly.
Right here. That's your screen that he's gonna watch. Grab that and drag it off the screen. Look up there, hit the open button. Boom. That way he can see what's going on. Okay.
You can talk, Larry. You ain't gotta wait for me.
I'm not. I'm plugging in my phone.
This is one of those great things that we're learning as we go, and it's fine. So welcome everybody that's on the show.
Yes.
Click multi-stream so you can see what's coming in the chat room.
Okay.
If anybody joins us, they'll start typing there.
Okay.
Okay.
Dope.
Now, what you're going to see right now is there's a black screen in between these two for you guys. So if you play anything in Radio Boss that has a video, it's going to pop up there. Okay? And if you want to get rid of that black screen, if you go back.
It's this one.
Down. Okay. There.
Now, while they're doing their
Go ahead.
Jedi apprenticeship over here on behind the boards,
Fix your camera.
I just want to welcome everybody. Where am my camera? Oh, there we go. Okay.
There you are.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you tuning in, this is the Method Lab, the METHOD Lab.
Turn the eyeball off.
If you're watching on the Facebook or your Twitch, you need to be tuned in to that, and you can share, like, subscribe, but most importantly, you should know better and log on to that little search engine box on your internet and go to www.1025mke.com so you can check out the radio you can watch. Okay? Our phone lines are open, so you can call and text at 414-502-9447. You can chime in, debate, text. You can even chime in on the comment section right now, whether you're on Twitch, Facebook, or you're live and logged in. So, what we doing? You ready to add lower thirds and special effects?
Keep working on it.
I'm working on
There
it.
we go. There we go.
Hey, it's going to be like riding a bike.
Yeah.
He'll get it really quick.
This right now with your background, this makes you Scotty.
Speed me up, Scotty.
Right. You got to give us the power.
If anybody calls, the volume for it's already turned up. All you got to do is flick the thing to answer the phone and you're good.
Okay.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Dope. We're getting there.
We are.
We're getting there.
We're making it happen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuning in, this is Wednesday, Hump Day
Hump day.
of all fucking days.
Yes.
And, of course, this is, once again, day 3 of the saddest day in the Queen's history.
You're really going to play this out all week, aren't you?
This is the saddest day in all of the Queen and the royal family in the world of England.
Dude, you heard the Highbury was going to open up again.
It's the sad
We
day.
just went British all
It is therefore the saddest day in all the world.
Drink it.
Drink it. Drink it. Yeah, fuck off. Dog, you know how crazy it's been? I've been so enamored with how devastated the Queen is. that I watched the documentary on Monty Python just so I could learn more in depth the British humor so I could stuff it to her. And I swear, if you think that this is just something that will die down, I assure you it won't. It can't. It's too funny of a story to let it die. The Queen has been besmirched. She's been taken out. She's been behooved. She's been flogged. She's been ravaged through the media. It's the craziest ever. I love it. Oh, man. How was the evening, man?
Good, can't complain. Went home, did a little bit of editing. You know, it was my zen, my goose fraba. I watched this fucking awesome movie called Sound of Music. Sound of Music, I want to think.
The old film?
No. This is a new one. It's based on a drummer.
Oh, is that the one where he goes deaf? Yeah.
That shit's dope.
I think he got nominated.
Yeah, he got nominated for his role. He did a really good job.
He did. He really did.
I forget what else I've seen him in. I really enjoyed his acting, but he's one of those actors that'll really go into a role and give you something special.
Yeah.
Almost like a Joaquin Phoenix.
I can see that.
He can go in that range if you really push him where you need him to.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that now.
Exactly.
There was I can't remember there was a film I seen him in, but I remember seeing that, and I remember watching it because I saw the trailer. And I was like, holy shit, that looks intense. Because if you don't know the story, and I swear I want to get the name right, but I can't. It's a drummer for a band, and he starts to lose his hearing. And it gives you like a kind of a front row seat into how someone goes about life dealing with that. Like, there are some really pivotal, like, scenery shots where you see him struggling and coming to terms with that, even while being around things that make a lot of noise. Like, it's so much that you really get out of that, like, you take for granted. Like, what if that was you? And you're like, holy shit. Like, it's a heavy case study in that. So, if you get a chance, especially if you're a music lover, definitely check that out, because that's especially as a drummer, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm often impressed with actors. Like, them motherfuckers literally take on, oh, I'm a drummer? Well, let me go learn how to drum. Like, and they're fucking phenomenal at it. Like, never in my life have I ever drummed or wanted to drum. I got this role, the check cleared. I became a drummer.
Right.
It's like, fuck.
Pink Floyd.
Right? Some cover band. It's like, fuck. But no, it was a really good movie. That's what I did. A little bit of editing. Just trying to stay busy.
If you guys lost one of the senses, if you had to pick any one of your senses that you had to lose, what would it be?
Well, you said if it was what?
One of your senses
That I had to
that you
lose.
had to lose, which one would it be?
Ooh.
Now here's the secondary question. Without affecting the functionality of the other one, or do all the other ones adjust to the lack of this one?
I would think they would all adjust.
That's to be told, because it depends on your sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because, like, if you say smell, that's going to affect your taste. So you might still be able to taste shit, but everything's going to be bland. It won't have that flavor to it.
Now, lose your hearing, lose your vision, sense of touch. What would you lose?
I can't feel pain. Be that guy. Nah, we've been there. We used to fucking headbutt the shit out of each other. I don't want to go back to that. I feel no pain, because you really do.
I would rather lose my sense of smell.
Sense of smell?
Yeah, I would rather lose my sense of smell. Because I don't want to lose my sense of touch, because then it makes it no point. Pretty good. Had to chime into the class. Did my part. But no, if I lost my sense of touch, you know, yeah, I wouldn't feel pain, but also I wouldn't feel pleasure as well. And then if I lost my vision, we got enough blind black folks. I don't need to be that magical. I don't need to be that magical. And I
You got the dreads already.
I do, but I forgot how to play the piano. And I'm like, I'm behind. So I need to get back into lessons.
You'd be the first blind blurred.
Right. No, I wouldn't be. Hey, there's some blurred samurais. There's some blind blurred samurais out there, I'm telling you. No, and I wouldn't want to lose my sense of hearing either, just because of that film. It's like I love music. And if I couldn't hear music again, that would be heartbreaking.
But what if you could feel music?
And I get that because I know you can do that.
Yeah.
But I still want to hear it.
It's. I know my guy. His father's deaf, and we were always around him. And he was 100% tone deaf. Like anything, the only thing he could feel was bass from music. Okay, so that's how they would dance, you know, or get into certain rhythms, right? But that's how they learned about music as being deaf or tone deaf. So for me, I wouldn't want to be deaf at all, because if you're deaf and all you can feel is the bass line, you're missing sax, keys, piano, you're missing all that. You've never heard that in your life. You're going to miss those elements, right? For me, I would want to lose my smell, or I would rather lose sense, like touch sense, before I would lose hearing or vision. So I would just think that it's rough, man, because we come from, all of us in entertainment, we need to see stuff, we want to hear stuff, you know what I mean? Everybody does. But
Yeah.
being that we're in this field, if I was to lose my hearing, I think I would go nuts.
Oh, I'd be going crazy.
I think I would go nuts, literally. Sense of smell, like if you just lost your sense of smell, you can still kind of like, okay, I know what pizza's supposed to taste like or smell like. But yeah, if you lost your vision, that would be hard as hell too. Think about having to relearn everything, because, okay, where is that? Now, at night when you're walking through your house, you kind of have night vision. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I know where this is. I know where that is. It's kind of, you know, muscle memory. But now take your vision from you and just try to walk out of here. No, you know what I'm saying? Just
try.
No,
I said I would try.
close your eyes and try to walk to the front door from here.
On my ass, I'll get in the truck. No, challenge accepted. Heading wrong way on the fucking on Miller
funny.
Parkway and shit.
You have Larry with you next to you. All right, turn left.
Turn left.
Turn right.
3
Straight up.
clicks.
On the brake.
30
Fucking
clicks.
clicks are off, Larry.
You're off on clicks.
I just thought to ask that question.
You went too many clicks. One too many clicks.
Oh, shit. I don't know. I would not want to lose my sense of touch. For sure. For many reasons. For many,
She said for many reasons.
Because on some days it's just perfect stranger.
Right?
Right.
Everyone's first girlfriend.
She came in handy.
Man, handy Mandy.
Andy man. Oh my God.
Shit. What do you do? We're the Method Lab.
We are.
What did you do, bro?
I watched and studied Monty Python. I am, first and foremost, I'm a huge Monty Python fan because of my mom and my dad and my aunt and a lot of other people. When I was growing up, that was like the cult following to have. If you were up on Monty Python, that was equivalent to saying, oh, I watched Sons of Anarchy. And if it was people who didn't or never see, oh, you don't know. Like, you don't know about that. There was so much lingo and shit in between where people could go to and get a laugh and be like, what the fuck, Gumby kids? What's so funny about a parrot being dead? What are you talking about? What's so funny? And nobody would get it when motherfuckers would just crack jokes about spam or saying spam every other word. They'd be like, what the fuck is going on? And people would react to it. It's because of Monty Python, which was this British comedy troupe from Britain who pretty much revolutionized British humor. And where everything was all stuffy and uptight, these guys kind of kicked in the door for what you would kind of get from Jim Carrey and Russell Brand and Seth Green and, you know, a lot of other, you know, goofy, kind of off the wall, kind of Will Ferrell type of comedy where, you know, it's spontaneous and it's a straight face and it sounds ludicrous.
More character.
Yeah, more character driven. So I watched this documentary that they have on Netflix where they give you a really in-depth look at each and every one of their lives, from where they're from to how they met to the struggles of trying to break into the business, and how they all came together, and even their struggles of filming, and how one film that I always thought that's already like called one of their biggest classics, Monty Python's The Holy Grail. They talked about the first time filming that, and the guy who would eventually direct all of their films, this was his first film, and this was their first time directing, and they talked about how hard that was filming that, and just all the struggles within that, and the arguments and the tensions and everything, and they just really give you in-depth pictures and background interview and everything. So I watched it. It was dope. And it's funny, too, because all the surviving members are giving these interviews, and they're so funny and sarcastic and almost brutally honest, because you can't tell whether they're really cracking on each other or that's really how they feel about each other. But especially like John Cleese. John Cleese, who I always thought is like the really, really tall guy. I always thought he's like one of the biggest gentlemen like I would ever see. And he seems that way. He's so astute. But he's on there and he's so sarcastic and he's funny as hell. The way he delivers his little jabs to people. And he talks about how he, on the set of The Holy Grail, he said how he managed to make Terry Gilliam, the director, walk off the set and pout or cry or something. He said we're having an argument, and he went and pouted off and had a temper tantrum under a tree. And as he said it, he's laughing. And Terry Gilliam is also, he's giving a counter interview, and he's giving his take on it. And he was like, he'll tell you that I cried or some poppycock bullshit like that. I didn't cry. I had a lot of sun in my eye, and I was under a tree. Just like, and it's funny because they're giving you that truth, but it's so real that they've been around each other for so long. It's almost like a comedy shtick. Yeah. The way they deliver it, because it's so natural. It's real. The way they deliver stuff. Eric Idle tells this story of like when the studios came in after they started to break and they went on tour in Canada and London, and the tour was terrible. Yeah. So it was like it was not much of a big reaction. And then we came to America, and we went to New York, and we went out there and did some live shows and tore the roof off the place. Yeah. Doing the same shtick. We were like, holy shit, we got a following. People were really watching us. They watched the show and they came out to see us. Yeah. So we started to get popular, and he said some record label, Clive Davis, wanted to sign them to a record contract. He was like, he wanted to get some of their live albums and stuff. So they did a live album under the content that they was just going to be one and done. Yeah. But they didn't read the contract, and he had them for 2, so they were pissed off. So they turned in a second album of pure music, and they were like, we're gonna go in and we're gonna play these songs, and we have to, let them know this is the album that we're turning in. So Eric Idle was like, he said it was so funny as we all walked in with, all of our, the whole troupe, John and Michael and Terry and Graham, and we all sat down and we put on the comedy album. And I remember, he said, I remember Terry went over and popped the needle down on a specific song. And he says, Eric Idle says, I remember as soon as the song came on, I just disappeared into my chair because I knew what was going to come next. And as soon as he comes on, it's just bum, 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 bum. Sit on my face and tell me that you love me. Sit on my face. I was like, as soon as that came out, he said the rest of the group was just falling out on the floor. And the record executives are just like, oh dear. No idea what the fuck they just got into. But he said Clive just sat there and was just like, I see. First song out the gate, sit on my face and tell me that you love me. First.
Sounds like a classic.
It is. It's a well-known fucking classic. It's up there with the goddamn Lumberjack song. The goddamn Lumberjack song is another fucking favorite. I love that record. It's such a silly, it's a silly show, but in a time where everything had to be so perfect and premise and setup and stuff, that was the first show that actually kind of came on and changed the way SNL does shit. Because SNL was more like writing and comedy and set up the joke and set up. And the goofy stuff that they came with, they got that from Monty Python. Yeah. Just the goofy, just silly shit. But, it was a one-up because it had British humor, and there's a lot of shit that they had, just dealing with networks like the BBC and all that shit. So it's a hell of a story, and I dug it. But I recommend it if you're into that shit. If you're into Monty Python, check it out. It's funny as hell.
I enjoy little Monty Python.
Yeah. Takes you down memory lane. But at the same time, it shows you that the grind that they went through. They went through a grind. Yeah.
They were fucking popular, though.
Yeah, but it took a while. Yeah. It took a while. Like, for them, their popularity, they were so pushing to be popular in Britain, in London, and they were gaining such a underground following because the shit that they were doing, because they were also the show that would show breasts. Like, you would see breasts, you would see nudity on the show. So the BBC would switch it around for crazy shows like The Pony Show or some dog kennel, whatever the fuck, and because they were so nervous about, oh my God, this, you're going too far and all this other shit. So they went through a lot of censorship kind of shit, but they pushed the boundaries of what the BBC could do. And it was because people started to get so acquainted with the show, because people were trying so hard to find the show and make sure that they didn't miss it. It really started to gain traction, and people would spread about it word of mouth. Like, yo, did you see that show? The crazy shit they did on that show. Oh my God. Did you see the one with the fucking parrot? The parrot was there. That shit just started to spread. And in America,
that was the show where they were in the hotel, right?
No.
Didn't they do a show where one of the main guys was like a hotel manager? It was a British show.
No, well, I don't think that was, they might have been later on in their career, but this one was more so sketch comedy. Yeah, this was all sketch comedy. So this was like This was like, imagine a show where as soon as it comes on, it's just instantly skits and skits and skits and skits and skits. And you never quite know where the show is going to go. You're just in for the ride.
So just like variety.
Yeah. There's sometimes they could be there singing a song, but it's all comedy. It's just them from beginning to end. And just nonstop. And sometimes it's weird as fuck. Like, there was one episode that was so weird, but it was so funny because they kept referencing Spam. And I bullshit you not, there was a restaurant that they went to, and they were like, well, what do you have to eat? And it was like, well, we got a lot of things. We serve breakfast here. It's like, okay, well, what kind of breakfast do you have? Well, we got certain meals. We got eggs, ham, hash, and spam. Spam, hash, spam, and eggs. Spam, eggs, and spam. Eggs, spam, and spam. Spam, and spam, and corned beef hash. It's like, why is there so much spam? Well, I mean, you know, it's a hell of a protein diet thing, you know.
That sounds like a restaurant for me.
You know, but then it's so crazy because after a while, there's this every skit happens to mention spam before it goes into one just chaotic thing where you have this table full of Vikings that just happens to be at a diner and they're just going spam, 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 wonderful spam, wonderful spam. They just keep singing spam, spam, spam. And it's like you don't see them anymore. And then out of nowhere, they come back in, spitful spam, wonderful spam, spam, spam. It's just out of nowhere. And it's so nuts and bizarre. You'd have to be, if you're stoned, you're going to have a great time. If you're drunk, you're probably going to laugh and piss yourself. If you like quirky comedy that's just off the wall, you have no idea where it's going, but the whole thing is set up as one huge joke. You're going to laugh your ass off to this. But if you're somebody who can't keep up with shit like this, you're going to be so lost. So just get stoned and watch it. That's the best bet I can give you. Get stoned, get drunk, and watch it. But it's hilarious.
Been an Advice Minute by Larry.
I'm telling you, it's a hilarious show. I grew up loving British humor because of this. That was like the funniest thing I would ever see. Huh?
Mr. Bean.
I did too.
And that show from that hotel, that was pretty funny as well.
And see,
I remember what it was called.
And see, that's the thing. Mr. Bean, you wouldn't have Mr. Bean had not been for Monty. Like, a lot of, and the crazy thing about it is, at the same time Monty Python was going on, right after that, you had Mr. Bean doing The Black Adder, which was like a historical comedy, but kind of Mr. Beanish. Yeah. But it was just set in medieval time. It was just a buggle at night. But who was supposed to be like the Black Knight or whatever. But yeah, like Rowan Atkinson, all of them, all the British comics and everything, they all got their chip too from fucking watching Monty Python. Fucking John Cleese, Michael Palin, Eric Idle, Terry Gilliam, Terry Jones, and Graham, the late Graham. It's a hell of a cast, man. They did some funny shit. Like some really, really funny shit. But I think the one that I saw when I was a kid, I probably shouldn't have saw. I probably wasn't supposed to see it. But it was The Meaning of Life. And that was a film that they did where they went over every aspect of life in its quirky ways, including death, which I thought was hilarious, the way they portrayed Americans as too dumb to know they're dead. It was Americans and British people, like two distinct countries of male pride, white male pride that would be too pompous and too stuck up and too stubborn to know that death is inviting them to the afterlife and it is hilarious to see. It was so funny. And but yeah, Monty Python. That's shit. I don't know.
And that's your story?
I'm sticking to it.
Oh, man.
It's good, though. I like it.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Funny shit.
Anything you see in the news caught your attention?
As a matter of fact, there was one story in particular I wanted to start off with that I wanted to address. And this is funny because this one goes back to our Bruce City Express days.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
did see that you posted about, I forget what the case was.
Kendrick Johnson.
Yes.
Now, this was
Now, let's go into some detail on this one. I remember this was a good story when we used to work on it when it first happened.
yeah. See, a while back we had sort of an online group site, kind of like this, and what we have now with the Method Lab group chat. And we shared a lot of content at the same time. We shared a lot of articles, a lot of essays, and we're working on creating kind of like an online magazine called the Bruce City Express. It was a hub. We had a podcast show. It was going to be pretty much a nice hub like we got right now. And when we started off, we had writers with us. Shout out to Janine Hill, who was down with us. She was Sugar, Spice of Sugar, who was our loved guru. And also, we had my sister, Helena Goodell Shipe. She, who was a Navy vet, had a real passion for, and still has a real passion for following cold cases, crime cases, cases that are like polarizing in America, and not only just in America but around the world. And there was this one case, Kendrick Johnson, a young man who disappeared. He was found rolled up inside of a gym mat inside of his high school gymnasium. And nobody reported him missing. Nobody could find him. He was missing for a good long while before they found him. And when they found him, he was missing organs. And Helena looked at this case. She analyzed all the facts. She brought the case out, and she gave her take on what she saw. And what she saw was a lot of injustice practices going on around this case surrounding these two brothers that were last seen with him. And she mentioned how, they had no alibi. And she also mentioned how, they were just the irregularities in the case altogether. And she tried to secure an interview with the mother so that she could actually present it and report it. And she went through a lot of not only just stonewalling from lawyers, but also a lot of intimidation from a lot of right-wing supportive media journalists, right-wing bloggers, right-wing sites, a lot of privileged white guys that said a lot of fucked up shit about her, about me, about what we were doing, the Bruce City Express. They made threats. They sent emails.
That was all before it went national.
They went, and the crazy thing, they threatened to even sue Helena. They tried to have us fucking silenced. And I remember I was telling you, like, bro, it's getting real over here. Like, I was all for it because I was like, look, now, injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. And even though this has nothing to do with Milwaukee, I'm standing on it because at the same time, we were going through the same, we were just going through all of the Trayvon Martins and the Mike Browns and all of those things that were just happening, and it was already in line with that. So this was one of those things that was just like, nah, we're standing on this one. This don't seem right. The whole case was fishy from the start. And because it was a open and then shut case, because they shut the case and they were pretty much like, no. Like it was already just ruled out. Like any type of irregularities, they ruled that out. You couldn't question the brothers. Everything was locked off. They had, the money and the complexion for the protection.
Their dad wasn't their dad FBI?
Like closely affiliated or something like that. I don't know.
Former agent or something. I don't remember all the details, but
Right. It was so fucking shady. And Helena spoke on it, and they tried to have her fucking destroyed. They tried to fucking destroy her. They were like, what, do you want to be a journalist? Good luck. Not after this.
Not on my watch.
Not on my watch. And after trying to secure this interview and everything, we realized we were in over our heads because we couldn't guarantee protection to anybody. We didn't even know who the hell we were facing. It was so many fucking people banded together, and they were all fucking right wing and a hell of a lot racist. They said some racist shit, some very racist, derogatory shit. Not only just against Puerto Rican people, but people of Hispanic culture, people of black culture. It was ugly. It got really goddamn ugly. It really did. And I wasn't shocked by it, but I was a little sad. I did feel some type of way because I just didn't, I don't know. I didn't think that it would come to that just from, telling a story or just spreading some truth. But I guess, hey, when you hit some stuff too close to home, people gonna have some feelings. And those people had some feelings. I mean, they were pissed. They were pissed. They were not fucking having it. I wish I remembered the guy. He had a radio station too. It was a radio station, and he was just a on-air personality, talk show host, like what we do. And I wish I knew his name. I wish I remembered it.
Doug.
We're gonna call him Doug.
Doug. Let's go with Doug.
That's funny because they said that on Monty Python.
What, that his name was Doug?
They were like, Michael Palin gave this thing. He was like, well, what happened? How come you weren't able to release the hostages? He said, there was a man in there. His name was Doug. And he started smoking a cigarette. He said, he barraged me with sarcasm. It was wicked. He used hyperboles, antics. He gaslighted. I couldn't take it. It's like I couldn't take it. I've never seen anything like it. There's a guy named Doug. Who in the hell would be afraid of a guy named Doug? But we'll call him Doug. So this fucking guy, Doug, this fuckknuckle who had a talk show, and I want to say he's from Florida, but I don't think he's from Florida. He might have been from Atlanta. I'm not quite sure. I know he's from down south. But he's a real piece of shit. So if you're listening, whoever you are, I know you're probably not, but if you ever come across this video, fuck you. We were right, you were wrong. Because just recently, the people that oversaw this case have reason to come back and look at it again, because the death of this Georgia boy, as a matter of fact, the radio guy was from Georgia. The death of this Georgia team found rolled up in a mat 8 years ago will now be reopened.
Nice.
And they will re-examine that case in all of its evidence. Nice. They are not going to brush over this anymore. If you were whatever the Booster family, whatever the fuck you guys were, you better get your shit in order. Because the case is being reopened, and they are looking into it. Now, the boy was 17 years old. Just to paint a picture for you. He was 17 years old, and he was found upside down, rolled up in a gym mat. No shoes. No shirt. Okay? They ruled his death an accident. But the mother has had to sit back and just deal with this for the longest. And just to give an update, when I was talking to Helena, and you can see this conversation in the chat, in the group chat page. My sister Lana is still friends with Kendrick Johnson's mom. They're still Facebook friends. Still keep in contact. And I'm really happy for that because I remember during that time, you know, Helena really not knowing how to approach this. And I remember telling her, look, I'm with you. I'm riding with you. And whatever happens to you through this happens to me. And when we rode in together. When we backed out together. But we always kept an eye on this story because we always knew that, and I always knew this, when Helena turned in that piece, breaking down everything about this case, I said, this girl got something. Because I can see it, and they can see it too. And I damn near wish I had the funds or would have made a hell of a Netflix documentary. I really do. Because, man, it still can. Because let me tell you, because we saw some shit in that case, and if you look at it, you will see the same shit too. It's some shady shit going down. Not a single videotape can confirm that he had crawled into a rolled up gym mat and got stuck. But the footage, you don't even see anything. You don't see nothing. But his body was bruised up like it had been beaten and rolled up in a gym mat. Or at least put in a gym mat and then beat up. But it was bad. It was bad. And I hope that we can finally see some justice. I know we will. Because that's something's got to change in that. It's got to.
Yeah. 10 years though, that's a long time. Didn't they receive a settlement? Didn't they? I could have sworn there was a settlement that was offered.
No.
Because I haven't heard an update on it in years.
That's what I'm saying. It's been 8 years. They have this mother pretty much was given the right to remain silent.
And they really didn't let her say or that's crazy.
She tried to bring up the fact that the brothers she suspected, and they told her to silence because they didn't need alibis. And she was told to cease and desist. She couldn't say anything about them. And when Helena said it, the radio guy was threatening for that to happen to her too. So everybody had to just shut up and take it. Until recently, where they said, didn't we fuck up that one time with that one case? Yeah, you're going to need to clean that up just to, straighten out this Georgia thing. Oh, yeah, we'll definitely fix that. So now we're going to see that under a new microscope with new judges that are looking for an answer.
They should go after those other judges.
They should.
Fucked it up.
They should. They should. They should go after those other judges. They should go after the people that oversaw it in the school. They should. I honestly do. I think they should. And I hope they do. But somebody needs to pay for that. Somebody needs to go down for that. Because that's no accident. That's a hell of a fucking accident. Yeah. You know? But all in all, I'm happy to see that case will be reopened. I'm happy to see that there's a chance for justice for Miss Johnson. And I'm happy to see my sis, Helena, fully fucking recognized for being one of the ones to call bullshit on this case. Back early when it was unpopular to see that now be reopened and to be able to say, hey, see, you were right. You were right. You were right. Now we're going to see if some justice can get behind that. So. That's dope. Yeah. We called that early on.
Bam. That Larry fixed your name.
My name was messed up? I didn't even pay attention.
The Y was a little cut off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did see. Yeah, it was a little.
What it needed, technically, what it needed after was a space.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Framing.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it opened up the frame.
Yeah.
But we did it the long way.
Yeah.
With touch screen and all.
Oh, shit.
But it works.
Dope.
But there's so much you can do, man. Like
Yeah.
when you're doing it offline and you're messing with it, you could create so many scenes and different things. It's a really dope software. You just gotta mess with it.
Yeah, we're gonna start messing with this guy.
Yeah.
See what we can get this thing to do. Larry, you got a video you want to show? Let's show a fucking video.
Yeah.
You want to see a video?
I forgot to do, here, do this. Click Radio Boston, then a square comes up. Over there. Okay. Hit transition just so that it's there ready. Go back to there. You forgot to play this one yesterday.
Oh, I was going to wait till Friday, but we can play it.
The Ozman?
Ozman reviews Oprah's big interview.
Yeah. Osmandius actually reviews Oprah's interview with Meghan and Harry. And it's hilarious. You guys want to check it out? Let's watch it. Let's check it out.
Welcome to a hard-hitting Oprah interview. We all know Aussie Man is one of the top royal family commentators in the world, so let me break this shit down for you. Winnow is like, crikey, you're up the duff again. Is it Hazzers? Yeah, it is, says Megsy. Happy days. Awkward pandemic hug, and they have a sit-down. Why'd you leave Great Britain? The fucking weather, Oprah. They laugh. It's grey and miserable all the time. Gee whiz, the truth is often very simple. Now Oprah's like, what many of us want to know is if Harry's grandma bullied you. Is she a bully or is she pretty down to earth like most Australians and some Americans? She's a legend, Oprah. She's a fair dinkum top Sheila. If I say anything else, we'll all get assassinated, so let's leave it at that, please. Oprah doesn't want to leave it at that. Megsy distracts her by talking about bodyguards and blankets that go over your knees when you ride share with Liz. Yep, nah, Oprah's forgotten her questions. Tangents work every time. Who made who cry the most? Did you make Kate cry 6 times or more, or did Kate make you cry 6 times or more? She thinks about that one. I reckon Harry cried the most. Collectively, we all shat Hazard to tears an infinite amount of times, to be honest. Which one of his family members is the most racist? Most of them. One of them even said that if our son is too black, he won't be invited to Christmas. Whoa, Oprah.exe cannot be found. The fuck? She says. Yeah, nah. Holy shit, what the fuck? Was it Prince Andrew? I better not say who it was. I reckon it's him. Again, we'll get assassinated. Because he's a pedo. Or he likely is. So it's not unlikely that he's also an ignorant, bigoted, racist, bloody fuck knuckle. Megsy's ready for an ad break. Let's phone a friend, says Oprah. Bam, has us in the house. How you going? He says. You well, Winnow? Hey-oh! Harry can do an Australian accent. I want to talk about Uncle Andrew. Is he a bit dodgy? Did you see anything growing up? I reckon he seems a bit dodgy to me. Thinking, I'd like to appeal to my family to give me back my bodyguards. Yep, Cause I used to have the best bodyguards. It was like a squad of Liam Neesons looking out for me, and they would party with me in Vegas. Then one day, cause we both wanted fucking maternity or paternity leave to hang out with the bloody kid, my dad Charlie was like, no more bodyguards. You don't get bodyguards anymore. Neeson was so great in Taken, but his movies are getting a bit samey-same. Would you guys agree? I would. Why would you fix an action movie format that isn't broken, though? Finally, Winnow is like, do you miss everyone? Harry replies, yeah. And that's pretty much it in 3 minutes, everyone. Glad I could be of service.
For the royal family. It's for the queen. Well, there you have it, folks. I mean, this is, like I said, this affects everyone. Everyone is affected by this. This is a sad day for England and therefore the world. It's a travesty. I'm surprised royal guards aren't stabbing each other in the streets out of pure displacement, knowing that they have let down the Royal Highness.
What is this black stuff?
They could not contain the Negro. One Negro enters the castle and everything is run amok.
They blame Netflix yet again.
Yet again.
Because they blamed them for that show, The Crown. They fucking hate that show.
I thought they were going to blame it on Bridgerton. You know what?
Oh, yeah,
because of you don't invite coloreds to the royal party. It's almost as insane as inviting a nigger in the church. According to Martin Scorsese. No. But, no, I think it's hilarious watching people lose their shit when you find out who's coming to dinner. And they look like me. Even if they're lighter or darker or the same complexion or they talk with an accent or they have the same kind of hair or it's a little silky smooth or they talk with a little Latin step, the fact that it fucks up the whole shit just like that, it just tickles me so. It really does. And this should tickle you too. It really should. Because it feels like America just allowed one of its own to not only go over there and woo a prince, but lightly pull the broom handle right out of their ass at the same time. And just be like, have you smelled this lately? And just waved it right in their face. Have you smelled this lately? And dropped it. And they're sitting there like, just grab the royal broom handle. The shock and dismay. Well, who's going to put it back? And that's what it is. Who's going to put it back? And it's up to the queen.
Remix.
You know, I'm actually curious as to what Elton John has to say about this.
He ain't got shit to say.
Now, Elton John is known to be truthful in the motherfucker. Especially when it comes to like royal, like English people being English dickheads. Because he's known to be a little saucy too. But at the same time, they're accusing the royal family of racism, hidden racism. And Elton always felt like would be openly be just yay or nay. So I'm curious as you know, hey, you've been there more times than anybody. You've rocked the fucking Buckingham Palace. What have you heard? Like, shit, you know everything. Like,
That's why I said he does not want to say shit. He wants to. He'll wait another 20 years when it's his 30th anniversary or some shit. And then he'll make a statement.
He'll make a song and he'll just sneak in racist bitch. Right in the middle of the
I was
song.
talking about Carol Baskin.
Yo. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Call text 414-502-9447-1025 MKE.com. Radio you can watch.
Let's get into some more
Thank you
shit.
guys for joining us.
Right.
A
let's-
buddy of mine says they need to cancel the Flintstones now
The Flintstones, you can't yabba dabba do that.
because
The fuck you want to cancel the Flintstones for?
Not yabba
because
dabba
he
do
said,
that.
but they're canceling everything else. That was one of the shows. That and the Jetsons. There was no black people and no Latinos around, and they abused robots and animals.
We wouldn't be in the Flintstones because we weren't from the fucking caves, you dumbasses. Duh. Like we don't give a fuck about the Flintstones or the Jetsons. We didn't care about being black on the Get the fuck. You motherfuckers ain't shit. You motherfuckers ain't shit. Now y'all just canceling shit just to avoid other shit. The second we say, hey, get this stimulus in order, they cancel Pepe Le Pew. Every time we ask for shit, they cancel some shit we ain't even asked for. You know what I saw?
They need to cancel FICA. That's what they need to do.
Straight up. Now see, right there.
Oh shit, someone's at the door.
The second you said that shit, Care Bears got canceled.
Right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And they had a rainbow bear.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yo, I saw something today, and I meant to bring it to your attention. I tried to save it, but it wouldn't save. But I saw a thread today, L, that said cancel Florida Evans.
Wow.
Now, I don't know about y'all. I didn't watch Good Times. I've seen a few episodes, but it wasn't really my type of shit. But some of my older heads out there, y'all watch Good Times. And y'all familiar with Florida Evans. Tell me why there was a thread I saw this morning that brought up receipts of why you should cancel Florida Evans. Just out of, I don't know if it was out of spite because of the Pepe Le Pew thing. I don't know. But they said Florida Evans should be canceled. If I can find this shit, I'm going to share the shit out of it. Because I saw this shit and I couldn't even believe it. I was like, who the fuck has time to make a case against Esther Roll? Have you ever seen Good Times? Okay.
Probably not.
You know the JJ, the Dynamite and all that shit. That show.
Okay.
And the mother.
Okay.
The mother in there.
What was wrong with the mother?
I never watched the show.
Oh.
But I never watched, it was before my time. But this guy said that she should be canceled because it said that she was actually a very toxic, unsupportive, dream-killing fucking character and a terrible mother.
I can see the toxic character. She was hard on her kids, but for reason.
Yo, they went in on her. They brought up receipts, but they said there was a time where one of the kids found, she said it was one of the time somebody in the family found a bag. It was like 20 grand. Mm-hmm. And everybody was like, yo, this is it. This is going to come. And she made them give it back.
Right.
Then they brought up how one of the kids had a chance to work on a job where he was gonna make $100 a day, and she made him quit that. And then how James, we all know as Mr. McDowell from Coming to America, or Kuta Kinte, as some of y'all may know him. The father, James Evans, had a chance to uplift the family with a great paying job. All he had to do was move to Alaska. And she sat there, she's like, no, I can't be away from you. So he was forced to not take that job, that consistent job, and continue working the menial odd jobs that he was working, trying to scrounge and, do all that. Then they said after James died, they killed him off the show. A year later, she marries a whole nother man and moves off to Arizona and leaves her kids in the ghetto. And I said, what?
Moving on up.
I swear. She moved to Arizona and left the kids.
With grandma.
With her neighbor.
The show must go on.
Yo, and then this is what really killed me, because I was ready to defend Esther Roll even after that. But then he said, yo, because I swear to you, I never watched the show. And after seeing this shit, I never want to, because I'll probably be pissed off. I'll probably hate the fuck out of this family, because it just lets me down. They said, yo, after she had left, one of the oldest daughters had a chance to marry a football player that was on his way to the league. And guess who comes back into the goddamn picture? Left her husband in Arizona and came all the way the fuck back just because she saw the ticket coming. I said, get the fuck out of here. No, they didn't write this. No, they did not write this for her. I am shocked and appalled. Anybody out there that used to watch who watched this show, help me understand. Help me understand this toxic ass show. Cause I always thought, based on how people explain, even Elle explains, she was hard on her kids for a reason. I'm seeing these receipts and I'm like, the fuck was she on? She held them back. Ain't no goddamn good time. She kept them in the ghetto. She didn't want them motherfuckers to leave her, and she kept them motherfuckers under one broke-ass roof and then took off on their ass the second she had a ticket. And as soon as she saw one of her kids making it, no, I got to spend that check too. And come running back. The money must have ran out. I saw that, dog. I was in tears.
Man, she was having a good time.
Hell yeah! Her life was dynamite. She took off, yo.
Oh, that's hilarious.
She blew the family up, man. She blew the family up. There was so many times she could have saved James Evans from dying. So many times. If he'd went to Alaska, he'd be alive. If she'd have let him keep the 20 grand, he'd have been alive. Shit. Hell, I'll even go out on a limb and say if that one boy was working for $100 a day, he'd be alive. But her motherfucking ass, man. Oh, man. That's fucked up, yo. Chime in on that, yo. If y'all think Florida Evans, if you watch Good Times, help me understand. What the fuck, man?
Call, text 414-502-9447 or join the messenger.
Yes, help us understand this. Should we be canceling Florida Evans? Should we cancel Flintstones? Should we cancel the Jetsons? You know?
You have to cancel the Monster Mash?
There's so much shit you'd have to cancel.
There's a lot of shit to cancel, yo.
It's usually just male monsters.
If you really want to think of it, think about this shit, yo. Think about this shit. There's a lot of shit to cancel. There's a lot of shit to cancel. If that's the case, you can't remake Revenge of the Nerds. No. You can't. You can't. That series should be canceled.
Yep. But what they're trying to do is like that fucking book. What's that the book called where they go around burning all the books?
Oh, Fahrenheit 451 or something like that.
Some shit like that. Like, but now it's in a different form. It's in a media form.
Well, they're trying.
Like, I get the principle of it, but it's still another. It's another display of tactics that they are using to take control of certain aspects.
But see, that's what we've been saying. But dude, this is the shit that's killing me. We said this shit. Black folks said this shit a long time ago. That every so often, these motherfuckers are changing stories and changing books and changing narratives to fit the mold. It's like, okay, we're bringing you in on this. Let's get our fucking story straight before we go the next 100 years. All right. You came here willingly. Let's get our story straight.
You guys built the boats.
You built the boats.
And then you got on them.
We came here together. We had an agreement.
We have the notes. We have.
Like, straight up. Like, think about it. 1920, right after the Civil War, right after the whole regret. Okay, most of those old guys are dead. Let's get our story straight. We fought over slavery. We realized we shouldn't have kept them as slaves, but we still don't like them. So we fight them. Willingly, and it's in the Bible. Work with me here. They still can't read yet. Work with me. Okay. Now, we still hate them. And we hate everyone else. And we're superior. And Jesus is white and he likes us more.
And don't forget the tide.
And don't forget the time. Don't forget. He said it. He said it. Write it down. He said it. Dude, 100 years before that. Let's get our story straight. Okay, there was a guy on a cross. Jesus, we're just gonna give him a soft J. Jesus now. We're okay. He had mystical powers. That's why we hung him. Okay.
Motherfuckers in Salem.
Okay. This is what we do. This is what we do. Okay.
We don't understand it. We destroy it.
We just destroy it. All right. We're heroes. We're doing God's work. Dude, every 100 years they do this.
So if Jesus is American, where do you think the Holy Grail is in America?
More likely in Connecticut.
I think it's somewhere underneath Route 66.
Probably. You know what? That's the one route that everybody says you should take, and they don't know why. But you know what? Probably because along the way you'll find the Holy Grail. That's why I want to go. I want to take Route 66 and just and see what the fuck it's all about. I want to see the visuals and all that. But more than likely, if I had to pick where the Holy Grail will be located, it's probably going to be in some humble place like Wyoming. Like it'll be in Wyoming in in a coyote hole, like deep inside a cave, and you gotta like spelunk into the shit, and probably gotta take on cave dwellers as they praise it. And if you take it, they'll chase you out, but they're afraid of daylight.
Sounds like a mashup of movies.
It might be. I figure their only weakness is Billy Ray Cyrus songs.
Oh shit!
And he's only got one song. Well, one song remixed a whole bunch of times.
He hasn't remixed it with Daddy Yankee though. That's next.
That's next.
Despacito.
You gotta let him know.
No, I don't. No one let him know. Cancel the feed.
Yo, I just, I don't feel like leaving this cancel subject.
No.
Because I feel like predicting what can get canceled next.
Okay.
If they're going after Pepe Le
What they
Pew,
need to go after, they need to cancel Toxic Ass Friends. Because they stole the concept. And every character in that fucking show was toxic as fuck.
I didn't watch it like that, but if he says it's toxic, it's toxic. And I'm pretty sure they were toxic. They looked like they were together for too long anyway. Yeah. So they had to be toxic as fuck. Yeah. Like, yeah, I would say Friends, cancel.
Now, if you go after Sunny in Philadelphia, now we have issues. I'd say that.
Yeah, that's harmless. You can't cancel a show that's obviously trying to just...
As a meth head priest.
Right, come on now.
Condition.
That shit happens in Philly. They're historically accurate, number one. Number two, logistically, they're accurate. And number three, locally, they're accurate.
That's one place I don't want to go to.
Exactly.
I'll drive by.
I wouldn't even touch the soil.
I would fucking fly right into the fucking downtown area.
I wouldn't even visit a corner store in Philly. I just wouldn't. I would not. I wouldn't. It's one of those places. It's like, it feels to me kind of like Boston, but except Boston.
Take your word for it type of place.
Yeah. It's like, I wanted to go, but nah. I'll take your word for it. I believe you. When you said it's a real shithole, I believe you. I believe it. And there's other places like that. Plenty of other places. Reno is definitely a place like that.
Reno?
Yeah.
I've never heard of Reno.
Reno, Nevada? Or, wait, no. I'm thinking of Atlantic City. That's what I'm thinking of. Oh. Atlantic City, where the Jersey Shore hangs out. Oh. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Especially in the time of life that we're living in.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to boots and pants with anybody in life.
Not interested in the boardwalk. Not even. I would more so rather do that in the late stages of my life where I'm old enough to just shoot people and get away with it. And just say, he attacked me. I fell for my life. He did this, boots and cats, I come out. But no, something that needs to be canceled.
Let us know. What do you think should be canceled?
Right. Because, there was a lot of people that felt some type of way about Pepe Le Pew being canceled, and they're really upset about that shit. And I didn't realize so many people love sex offending so much in animation.
Best moves.
Right.
They probably got all their moves.
They were sitting there like, well, what do I do now?
So what, now I can't listen to Sublime?
So you're telling me that no really means no?
No.
No?
Where's the romanticism and subliminals?
Not at all? It's fucking crazy. We are fucking insane. There are French people out there that have never been offended by the fact that he's a French guy sexually harassing motherfucking cats and dogs and all kind of other furry animals and shit. And they just sat there, well, I mean, hey, it wasn't me.
You didn't catch me in that.
And as far as I know, she wanted it. I don't see anything wrong with the way he approached the situation. We were like mad Russian. I don't see what's wrong with this situation. I think it's fine. It's perfectly fine. She wants it.
That is terrible. Your stereotypes are fucking horrible, sir. We should cancel your ass.
Let me tell you something. If you're going to cancel me for saying this. Do not date people. Do not date anybody, male or female. Do not date people who you can't give animal crackers to. And you know why? Because I'm going to tell you like this. If you want to take a test and see if the person you're with is out of their fucking mind crazy, give them animal crackers. Just give them 2. If he makes some motherfuckers fight each other, kick that motherfucker out. Male or female. Don't say shit, just kick them out. Kick them out. Because they nutty as fuck. Those are the type of people that's going to run off with your sister or your mother or your father, no matter what sex they are. Why? Because it's just a sporadic shit to do, okay? People who actually make animal crackers fight each other, you should not date them.
That's very reliable information right there.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Cancel me for that shit. I fucked up your marriage. Yeah, but that motherfucker's a serial killer. Right. Got an elephant in the giraffe. No. Get that motherfucker out of here. As soon as you see that shit, just quietly go in the room, start packing that shit, throw that shit out, and say, can you run to such and such for me? And as soon as they leave, lock the door behind them and close that shit, call the police.
Leave to Toledo.
Leave. That's all you do. Leave. If the house is theirs, pack your shit quietly, get the fuck out of there. Leave, okay?
Oh, shit.
I'm saving your life. Saving your life.
I can't wait till we get the fan mail. Dear Larry, I went to Sam's Club and found a big-ass tub of animal crackers. I came in home. My husband, of 52 years, was there. Real Ringling Brothers. Had all the zebras lined up.
Everything. Yo.
He killed our oldest. We tried to get away.
Now, if there are kids playing with animal crackers, you let that happen. Grown-ass person, get them the fuck out. Get them the fuck out. There ain't no goddamn. That person ain't getting no goddamn check. You get them the fuck out. Yo, did you see Johnny Damon get arrested?
Johnny Damon?
Ex-baseball player.
Oh, yeah.
Dog, he got arrested and started bringing up Trump support. Drunk as fuck. Drunker than a motherfucker, yo.
Yeah, he wasn't Daryl Strawberry drunk, though, or yayed out.
Well, I mean, Daryl Strawberry drunk and yayed out still knocked out homers, though.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
Yeah.
He was high as shit. But that boy was knocking out homers. He was knocking out sliders and homers and grounders. He was catching grounders. He was catching beans and franks all day, baby. As a was he a Dodger?
No, he was a fucking Yankee.
He was a Yankee, right? Oh, shit. Well, he was in another team, too, before the Yankees, too, right?
Oh, he was at the Yankees for the longest. When you thought he was in another team, he was in rehab.
Wait, there was another person he was with. He was with the Yankees, but he was also, it was another black dude he was on the same team with, because they were both fucked up. They had a documentary on ESPN. They had their own 30 for 30. It was what was it? Doc and Daryl or something like that, or Daryl and something. But they were fucked up. They were junkies. They were playing baseball together on the same team, and they were loaded.
On the Yankees.
Probably. They were loaded. Yeah. They got faded. Oh man, I remember because the black dude was a pitcher, and he got popped for cocaine. And Daryl was like, "Damn, I had no idea. Yeah. If I'd have known, because I was getting down myself." Nobody knew. Nobody knew. Oh shit! But no, Johnny Damon, ex-baseball player, gets stopped by the cops. It starts going on this Trump rant. For Trump support, because he's a Trump supporter, and he was going through it while he was stopped by the cop. And the funny, fucked up thing about it is
Ricky says it's called Doc and Daryl.
Doc and Daryl, that's it. Doc and Daryl. Thank you, Rick. Yeah, but Damon was caught on camera. On body cam footage. And the fucked up thing is, you know who ends up breaking stories like that? TMZ. So when you're an ex-baseball player.
What I really, before you go into, what I really want to know is what Jose Canseco has to say about this. Because that motherfucker, he just itching to snitch on somebody.
I was gonna say who you think called the cops?
Yeah. Probably.
He sat there. Jose was like, It's Jose.
It's Jose.
I got Johnny here. Go easy on him for me. He owes me money.
I'm on my way to go see what OJ's doing.
Motherfucker got on shades and shit, snitching on everybody. Collecting
I see you, Jose. I see you over there. I challenge you to a celebrity boxing match.
Hey, he's like, Lakeith.
That's his go-to movie. Either fucking challenge you to a boxing match or a UFC match.
Hey, can you imagine? Jose Canseco is like Lakeith Stanfield in that fucking Judas movie. He's got the fuck. Every time you see him, he's dressed even better in the nines and shit. Hey man, this shit's getting too real. This shit's getting intense. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Is that a Rolex you got on? Oh yeah, this ain't nothing, man. It's for the car.
Autograph signing.
Autograph signing. I got the car outside. Hey man, this shit's getting real. I'm gonna need to make some money for this shit. Yo, I fucking hate it, man. I hate it. But at the same time, this guy, baseball player, anytime you see athletes getting pulled over for stupid shit, whether they got guns in the car, drugs in the car, drunk, beat the shit out of the whatever, girlfriend or whatever, you feel kind of bad. But at the same time, it's that tough love of like, motherfucker, you know better. You're in a better position than I am. You should know this. You got the bag. You secured the bag. You should know better.
Take it easy.
Right.
Take it easy.
It's really hard fighting your demons sometimes. It just happens to be like that. Now, they did say that he was arrested and his intoxication was 4 times the legal limit.
Legal limit? Shit.
4 times. What a shit.
That motherfucking, they must have been them Jack and Cokes on sale over at TGI Fridays.
Let me find out Johnny Damon got drunk at a TGI Friday.
During COVID.
Like, you a piece of shit.
How the fuck you there for karaoke night?
The fuck is wrong with you? Get fucking drunk at TGI Fridays.
Oh, shit. Fucking karaoke and flow rider.
I'm sorry. You deserve to be judged if you get drunk at a TGI fucking Fridays. It's like getting drunk at Applebee's.
What would you karaoke at a TGI Fridays?
You're a little runaway. All you gonna sing is like soft 80 Bob Seger rock at the fucking TGI Friday, and more than likely, or fucking Steamy Dan and shit and fart in the mic. Steamy Ray Vaughan. That's what he's. That man damn near shit his britches singing into that goddamn microphone like that.
Forget about it.
Your ass is singing.
Rick said Little Red Corvette.
You're singing Laser 105, top 40. That's the fuck you gonna do. TGI Fridays? The fuck out of here! Yo.
Everyday CBD cocktails.
You're gonna infuse those jalapeno poppers today.
My hip hurt. Oh, man. Fuck Applebee's. The only good thing they got at Applebee's is their artichoke dip.
Who got buffalo sauce and mozzarella on the microphone?
I'm good.
Oh God, that's terrible. It would be the worst. Now, not to say there's anything wrong with TGI Fridays or Applebee's, but if you get drunk in a TGI Fridays or Applebee's,
You're technically Paul Blart.
yeah, you're a fucking God. I don't even know what the fuck to call you, but it's not a hero. Not the goddamn lead man, I tell you that. But goddamn, whatever it is, it's funny and it's probably gonna hurt your feelings.
Rick said, bet that bread.
Right. And you're damn near close to that shit.
Oh, shit.
That is an epic stand-in. God damn. I've never allowed myself, never even came close to getting drunk at an Applebee's, let alone a TGI Fridays.
And you probably have more of close to a diabetic shock.
Yeah.
All the fucking sugar
Yeah.
in their drinks.
Like the fuck, I wouldn't even try to mix drinks at a goddamn TGI.
I've gotten tipsy at a BW3s.
That's different.
You get them fucking winter ales or them fucking Boston lagers.
Especially you start off with the fucking fucking beer, man. We come in there and fucking mug it out, and they be drinking that shit and eating those wings, and you drinking and watching some sporting event. Yeah, it makes sense to get fucked up in that. But a TGI Fridays karaoke night. You got what? What did you drink? The fuck out of here. How many Long Islands do you think you gotta knock down to get fucking blitzed?
Well, you know.
And see,
you know.
See, I found
was a TGI Fridays.
That wasn't TGI Fridays.
Yes, it was.
That was the Miller Park.
Yeah.
That was Miller Park.
That was TGI Fridays in Miller Park.
That don't count. That do not count. The TGI Fridays in Miller Park don't count. Number one, they don't have karaoke. Number two, it's a goddamn baseball stadium. And these drinks, it wasn't even the alcohol that got me, because it wasn't even that I was drunk. The sugar that they pack into these fucking drinks is so much. It made my stomach turn and flip right the fuck out of my body. It said, what is all this sweet shit? Hey, that's enough of that goddamn shit. Ah. I rejected everything I ate and everything I had drank. And it was like, you're still not drunk, but you're a couple pounds lighter. Because all that sugar said, get this shit out. There was a lot of acid in that drink. A lot.
Yeah, they're not good.
They're not.
But hey, we wanted a tradition.
True. I just wish we had one that recognized that we all are trying to stay off of insulin. And if I knew they were gonna make Long Islands like that, I would have never. Because that was one thing that made me probably go on this rant today about TGI Fridays, because of the fact that they make Long Islands like that. Shame on you. Shame on you. That is not a Long Island. That's a Kool-Aid with liquor in it. And mostly it's a side note to the sugar that you packed in.
I'll bring my own Four Locos next time.
Right, like I don't need them to do that. They spike my drink with sugar. Sugar and actual glucose. They put glucose in my drink. I ain't even need it. They put it in there.
That went straight to your hips.
Shit, that shit went straight to my fucking heart. I thought I was gonna fucking die. And it was crazy. People was looking at me because I was yakking, and people was looking at me like
right in front of the fucking gift shop.
Yeah. And people looking at me like, he's had too much to drink. I was like, I just got here. I just got here. Y'all giving me sugar smacks.
Shit.
Like, my body's having a reaction right now. But no, I really want to go back to the stadium again.
Yes, man.
I
can't wait. They're already done doing spring training.
Yeah.
So I know as soon as that shit opens up, I'm going.
I want to go, but I don't want to sit by anybody. Like I want to like sit with the social distancing and stuff, but I want to like sit back.
Fuck that. I want to sit in the suite.
That's what I'm saying. Like I want to be in the crowd. Mm-hmm. I want to sit back, enjoy the game, but actually have the luxury of being able to sit and talk business. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And mingle. So what was your projections last year? So how was your summer last year? What did you handle this COVID shit? You know what I'm saying? Just that I'm getting into that point where I'm okay with being at the game and not necessarily following along. I've grown out of that sports fanatic, you know, I gotta see my team, I gotta watch this touchdown or else we're gonna lose, or I gotta see them make every single shot. No, I'm not that. I like the game. I respect what I see on the court from both teams, or on the field from both teams, or whatever. But I also understand at these places, these games, there's a lot of moving and shaking going on. Mm-hmm. I'm ready to see that shit. I'm ready to sit amongst that crowd and that conversation and that level of playing field. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother thing. I'm interested in that. You know what I'm saying?
Not me. I'm interested in a fucking 7th inning stretch. I want that fucking chorizo to win every single time. And I'm the type of motherfucker that'll sit over the bullpen and just watch the pitcher warm up.
Shit,
Like, that's
I'm the kind of motherfucker sitting in the skybox and be like, yeah, you see them Flauta nights? I did that shit. I came with that shit. Flautas, everybody. Everybody get some Flautas. Get some fresh Flautas in this motherfucker, man.
I'm like, I dip it myself.
Hey, who got that sauce? What y'all tell me the Flautas was this good? This Flauta got bacon in it. Chorizo? Whatever the fuck. It's in there. I'm telling you, like, I want to, there's a lot of influence that can go around. A lot of ideas and things to shake things up. And I'm interested to be in the room. See what happens.
Likewise.
You know, I'm looking at this drive, and I don't know. Do you feel comfortable playing a video?
Hell yeah.
You think so? Okay.
Let me go find what we got.
There's a video.
It's in the file?
Yep.
Okay.
Where it says shared and our videos. Under there's actually 2 videos you can play. One called J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other one, which will come after that, will be Officer Harris Mint.
All right, J.K. Simmons, here we go.
Now, the J.K. Simmons one, have you ever seen Whiplash?
Whiplash. That's
The drummer movie.
drummer movie. No, I haven't.
You gotta watch that, man. If you talking about, now you talk about a movie based on music and drumming,
That one?
that one. That's the one.
With Mr. Fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That film is fucking amazeballs, okay? One of the best musician films I've seen in the last 20 years, Whiplash. But J.K. Simmons, as you know, I'm a huge movie nerd. I'm an anime
He's the
lover.
commish, ain't he?
Huh?
He was the commish.
Yeah, he was the commish. And he was also Jonah Jameson for the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
But we were talking about remakes and films to remake, and there's a course of anime that's out called Legend of Korra, which is a spin-off of Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Okay.
And we were talking about recastings, and someone had a suggestion in an animation that they put together as what if they casted Korra's father, Aang, as J.K. Simmons. So that's what the video is J.K. Simmons as the main patriarch of this family.
Let's check it
And
out.
I think it works.
She said my destiny is in Republic City.
Then why the fuck didn't you say so? When did you become a fucking expert on what I can or cannot do, you fucking weepy willow shit sack? I swear to fucking God.
All right, so that didn't come through.
It didn't come through on the thing.
Why didn't it come through?
It wasn't playing?
No, it must be in the wrong format.
Probably so. What about the other one?
The other one was Officer Harris Mint.
Yeah.
This one is 2 minutes and 22 seconds.
I think that one should definitely work. This one is made by It's Real 85.
Nigga, I was on the east side the other day, solo
And
dolo. Nigga, I was over there repping my set. I was like,
story
grip
that he
shit,
has
rolling 6.
based on an officer named
Keep it
Officer
40
Harris Mint. And along with Standing Series.
Yo, is that like an escrow kit in your hair?
Man, that shit natural, cuz.
What's going on over there? I'm watching you. Fuck you, dude. Who up there? I can fuck up. I'm giving out free rides to jail.
Ah, shit, it's the cops. Shake, shake, shake. Hey, nigga, slow down. Shit, I'm trying to play like I'm talking to you.
Go on your own, bro.
Oh, you good chance, nigga.
I'll see you at the gym.
Hey, there's a cop behind you. Shit, the motherfucker can't be following me because I ain't did shit. Man, damn, I wonder if he's still back there. I don't want to look though. Man, fucking, I'm about to say, oh, shit. Shit, well, he for damn sure following me. Damn, man, this is some motherfucking
This is Officer
harassment,
Harris
man.
Smith.
This ain't even right. Oh, man, I know he still ain't back there. Let me see. Hold the fuck.
Can I help you, officer?
Fuck y'all.
Hey, you know there's a cop behind you, bro? Hey, is that a jury curl?
Is that Jerry Curl?
Fuck with me, man. Shit. It's bullshit, cuz.
I love the Jerry Curl reference, especially
What's
for
up?
coming to America.
Are you just gonna put the high beams on me? Okay. Whatever. Man, this dude is tripping. Caught you jaywalking. I need your license. Man, that's some bullshit. You over there harassing me. You talking about me walking in the street. You driving on the fucking sidewalk.
Reach for the sky, boy. Put him up.
Man,
Hurry up. Shut up.
man?
What you doing out here? Crippin'? You selling drugs, huh? I will shoot the nectar out of that motherfucking jerk curl. I tell you to do something, you better do it. You understand me? I will shoot your fucking dick off and feed it to the homeless. When I tell you to do something, you better do it next time. Next time.
You got it. You got it.
Cover fire. Cover fire.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Send out the base. Taser. Taser.
Hey,
Taser.
bro, that's some hella random shit you saying.
Next time you do.
Okay. You got it? Man, what the fuck is going on here, cuz? This is some straight bullshit. This nigga gonna just come to my set, try to punk me on the set, man. I should have hit this nigga with the 40. Man, I should have threw his balls at his ass. Man, I got them hands, too. Could hit this nigga. Oh! 1, 2, 3, good. Man, fuck this shit, man. Fuck that.
Shit.
I don't know how well you can see it, but next to the grass over there is a brown snake, one of Australia's most venomous.
Oh, man. That's one of Ozman's other reviews. That's like 14 minutes, though. That's a 14-minute one. I'm saving that one for Friday. That one is more so reacting to not only just shit happening, but also animals and shit. So it's a whole tough man type of thing, and that one especially because the damn, I kind of want to play it now because I got like a bunch of them. I don't know. You guys want to see it?
I don't give a fuck.
Let's fuck it. Let's watch it. I got plenty of them.
All right, so let's start it over.
But this is Ozman
I was on the east side the other day,
doing more
solo
of
dog.
the shocking
I
video.
don't know how well you can see it, but next to the grass over there is a brown snake, one of Australia's most venomous. The birds around it are going fucking mental, trying to pick a fight, which I do not recommend. Oh no, it's an innocent geriatric. Look out, dickhead, veer left. Don't go. Oh, he boots it in the guts. The snake is in shock. There's a standoff now, and the old timer kicks it in its fucking face. Nothing is coming between this bloke and his 10 a.m. mid-strength beer at the Bowls Club. He is moving like a cat, agile, no fear. Look at him now. He's like, I don't want to be late for my date with Barbara. Fucking watch it, Sonny. I was concerned for this old wanker when he dawdled in from the left, but he gets such a quick, confident kick into the snake's belly, it leaves me wondering why I did ever doubt the cunt. And then he follows up, bang, massive kick to the snake's mouth. He has ninja-like precision, fucking timing. Look at that, Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu, Tai Chi, motherfucker. Jackie Chan needs to get this bloke in his next action comedy. They'd be a sensational duo. And the snake knows it's defeated. He knows he's fucking got it. He was in World War II. He knows when to show the enemy mercy. He doesn't need to go for a full-blown execution. The snake is going to piss off to its dark lair and rethink its actions. Well, he goes in to drain the main vein, grab another shandy, and have a chat to Barbara. He gives hope to all old people around the world. You do not need to go quietly into the night, into your deathbed. Ah, fuck yes, everyone. I have finally found the missing ingredient in my empty life. Bloody hobby horses. You don't need to feed them, they don't shit everywhere. Fuck real horses. You can get all your mates together and hit the town. This fella is like, follow me, honourable gentlemen, let's go pick up some chicks. These young ladies have decided to start a posse. They're gonna help local police clean up the city. I reckon they'll do a better job than the Punisher and even Batman. You gotta be dedicated though. These agility courses are where you'll learn most of your tricks. This Sheila is building up to a steady gallop. She burns round the corner. Here's There's a massive jump and another one and another. There's a hard left and the horse is going too fast. If you're not in it for the thrills, kills and Sunday pills, you can just focus on doing a bit of prancing. The judges fucking love it. Yeah, this is still really good exercise for you and your horse. You might even win a trophy. Oh, you can even go through the water. That's it. I'm getting a fucking hobby horse. Who's with me? Who's in me posse? Come on. Howdy, cat. I'm just here for me toy. If you don't mind, I can grab it and then I'll be on my way. You know, you don't need to supervise me. I can do it independently. I am a big boy, or I can come back later. I can book an appointment. Although I really shouldn't have to book an appointment because it is my toy. It was a Christmas present. Sally and Tom love me. There's nothing I can do about that. They just, you know, maybe you could help me, or you could move, or either way, you could just stop fucking staring at me because it's making me a little stressed. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell. I panicked. Panicking is a very human trait that was uncharacteristic of me. So yeah, I mean, you're not using the toy. I can smell it. Oh, I can fucking smell it. Just let me have it. I mean, it's my toy. It's my toy. Yes, I got the fucking toy. See ya. This is the sport where grown men are praised for smashing their remote control cars, aka paradise. Look at the fucking focus. This fella could end up with a backache. Unfortunately, his robot gets shit mixed into the wall. Seriously, Minotaur has no gadgets. Blacksmith has a hammer. Oh, I take it back. He can fucking electrocute wankers. Blacksmith is now discombobulated and going spastic. He's like an undisciplined erection. No shame in whipping it out all the time, but has a terrible hit rate. He manages to get Minotaur cornered into a double pounding. Blacksmith loses a bumper though and runs away looking for a panel beater. He is absolutely shitting bricks. He finally gets a hit, still shits bricks. Minotaur chucks a Yui, massive hang time. You know, he's more like a cockroach than a fucking Minotaur. Call him a cocktaur. Blacksmith simply cannot crush him. He needs a pest control button or a big shoe. Oh, he's lost his hammerhead. He's left with nothing but a dodgy, flimsy stick. Minotaur's driver is frothing at the mouth. He is out for blood and scrap metal from this point. He says, "Oi, Blacksmith, how would you like a ticket to destination fuck?" And there it is. He explodes, the cumbersome cunt. Game over. Back to the garage for some upgrades. All he can say is fuck as he watches Minotaur show off with a bunch of handstands. What a bloody focused athlete. Is that a chew toy or a living creature? Fuck, I've slid in. I didn't want to go this far in. Oh, holy shit, he just blinked at me. That's definitely not a toy. I repeat, that is not a toy. It's one of those reptilian lizard motherfuckers that descended from dinosaurs. He's gonna eat me alive. He's making the water rise using only his mind. I have to get the fuck out of here. Actually, I have to try not to panic. I need to calm down. I think I'm fucking panicking too much. Doug is tired of living in a restrictive magpie society, so he's gonna shake shit up, and he instantly garners attention. Chad is like, "What are you doing? What do you call this, you dickhead?" Doug is like, "I don't know, I just made it up." Oh, you just made it up, did you? Fucking fancy bird with an imagination. Did the committee approve this? Oh, get fucked, Chad. Get fucked, he says. What about the time you turned your feathers into a mohawk? That was individuality. Nah, get down. Don't fucking peck me. Get down. Nah, 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 get down. Nah. Oh, for fuck's sake, you're annoying. Fucking, I'm doing this for your own good, mate. Oh. Why is everyone's idea of fun swooping humans? Can't we do different shit? Fuck you. Oh, you'll thank me later, mate. Have a gander at these skills with a rifle. I can do this shit with a broom or a rake, but I haven't tried it with a firearm before. Oh, he passes it to his teammate. That's good, unselfish sportsmanship. This guy is going fucking mental, absolutely showing off to the tourists, hoping to get laid, and there's the pass back, and they've made a mess of it. This is awkward. The show-off is like, I'm just gonna slowly move towards it. Sure, I don't have my camo gear, but if there's no sudden movements, the tourists won't notice I've left my posse. The payload has been retrieved. Good. And now, same thing going back. Move like a gentle breeze, like a little Chinese ninja in the middle of the night. And now I'm gonna carefully turn back time and try this cunt of a trick shot again. Here we go. Oh, fuck me, dead piece of fucking shit. Keith, I'm just gonna come over and hand it back to you, mate. I'll buy you a new one, or we can steal one from the enemy. Whatever. I need a pint. Let's have a cheeky squiz at what's happening in Poland. This bloke is looking for something to do. He wants to create new opportunities, so he starts smashing windows. It takes a lot of skill and talent to successfully smash windows. Actually, no, it doesn't. This guy says, leave that window alone. What did the window ever do to you? The smasher yells, are you a fucking window lover? Do you enjoy looking at your reflection? Well, I don't mind it. I'm not against it. Windows are our friends for the most part. The smasher ignores him and continues perfecting his craft. He starts picking on a fresh window. That window says, fuck you. He says, nah, fuck you. He's very thorough. What if this tracksuit pant motherfucker actually put energy into helping society? Nah, he wouldn't do that. Now he has to run away because he knows he's a dickhead, and BAM! He gets transported to destination fucked. The person in the red car is like, Zayabishta, but it will be a relief when they find out they've done a good thing. It's very rare you get to hit someone with your car and come out on top morally. I'm sure the window abuser is laying there reflecting and thinking about his actions. Actually, nah, he's probably not. Welcome back to the bloody Netherlands for another big marble race. Today's track is epic as fuck. Plus the sun is shining, there's very little wind, it's perfect conditions. I don't know about your balls, but mine are tingling with excitement. Down at ground level, the athletes are greased up and ready to roll. Place your bets now. 3, 2, 1, and they fucking bust out of the gate. Everyone appears to be going slow and steady early on. Pine Lime uses his fat ass to block Two-Face on the bridges. Over to camera 2 and we can see that Green Swirl is running away with the race. As we know, Greenie has had some family tragedies off the track and he really wants to dedicate a win to his late mother. One ball that's happy to shit on a sentimental, meaningful victory though is Pine Lime. All Pine Lime has to say is, how did she die again, mate? And he's taken the lead. But Greenie won't go down without a fight and he rams Pine Lime. He tries to yell out a your mum is so fat joke, but he stutters and breaks down. The fella is in tears. Pine Lime malevolently laughs his way down the track. This cunt really has no backstory other than being a well-funded rich kid. Hopefully this log crushes him. Bugger, he made it. Fuck, I hate him. Here comes Two-Face. Oh, he makes a big statement by punching out the camera. He's catching up using Mario Kart shortcuts. He uses all his mushrooms for acceleration, but Lime is a slippery bastard to try and overtake. Two-Face gets right up his ass. He can basically lick the citrus from the crack. But yeah, nah, he just can't get in front. As we know, Two-Face is a lot more cautious these days. He's had a lot of concussions. This brutal sport has made him dead from the neck up. Lime comes to a fork and he crashes. Holy fuck balls! Two-Face is too dumb to take the underpass. They're bogged like a couple of dickheads, and here comes the Rolling Dutchman. He's more than happy to scoot underneath them. This wanker got his name from rolling fat joints in the cafes of Amsterdam. He has never ever won a race. I don't think he knows he's gonna win this one, but what a marvellous effort from the Rolling Dutchman. And here's Rainbow Heart. She's flying down for second. Even Greenie manages to come in third. Go fuck a duck, Pine Lime. The crowd goes wild, an attendance of 28 people. Fuck yes. Look at these blokes, absolutely losing their shit, contemplating flashing their titties. What a wonderful day in the Netherlands. It is dead serious over at the ping pong. Here is a massive yet delicate serve, some gentle returns, but now shit is fucking speeding up. Nigeria is under the pump. Singapore is coming hard. Both men are very experienced when it comes to handling their paddles and balls. The Singaporean has a ferocious wrist action, while the Nigerian has a little more rhythm. They're now saying fuck you, nah, fuck you, nah, fuck you, nah, fuck you. And it truly is a battle of endurance. This is no whimsical backyard party game. It is a sport for fucking titans. Oh, there it is! Singapore has gone and fucked it, blew their load. Nigeria had a lot more self-control. Overall, it was an amazing deadlock, and it's Forrest Gump who will be jizzing in his pants. I believe we are in one of those states some Americans call a flyover state. I don't know if that's code for fucking shithole. Anyway, there's an angry bull. This is going to be exciting. The humans wanted to play a game of soccer. Instead, he says, eat a bag of dicks. He tries to pop the bubble wrap force field thing, but it's a no-go. The ball comes back into play. Only one dude gives a shit, while another player takes a flight to destination fucked. Wowee. He wanted a holiday. He packed his bags, renewed his passport, and the bull fucking delivered a business class ticket. Accommodation, all meals inclusive. Honestly, I am still trying to figure out how humans have made it all the way to 2017. We are a special group. Here we have a Sheila enjoying her yoga out in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. She's managed to attract quite a crowd. Sure, it's a very fucking confused crowd, but it's a crowd nonetheless. She closes up a massive spready and tries a new position. This one goes off in front of giraffes. The cows don't give a shit though. They are as snobby as a fucking Cannes Film Festival audience towards a Netflix movie. She decides to confront them with a complete 180 spready to the gods, but they're like, look, we just want to eat our lunch. Maybe try the horses down the road. I reckon those fucking show ponies would love this. She wants to try one last move to win them over. Look at her back bending. As a human, I say 10 out of 10. That is fucking brilliant. When I think of myself as a cow, however, I don't know. It's hard to know what just happened. They appear to be paranoid, suspicious, and confused. I would argue they are as bloody frightened as that time they found a turtle in the paddock back in February. Many of them still cannot talk about that day. So yeah, overall, I don't think these cows will adopt yoga and handstands into their society. They don't like change, they don't like new things, and they probably just don't fucking have the skills, or do they?
The fact that he used the Unsolved Mystery score underneath.
Welcome to a hard-hitting Oprah interview. We all know Aussie Man is one of the top...
Stop.
That's funny as hell, man.
But it's funny because the music makes it more entertaining.
Yeah.
More dramatic.
Yeah.
And then his commentary just puts it over the top.
That shit was hilarious. That was a good... It seemed like it wasn't 14 minutes.
It's Ozzy Man for you, you know?
That's funny.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that you see the influences of, like I said earlier, that Monty Python shit. Mm-hmm. That whole crazy, dry commentary. Even with him being an Aussie fans, Australians loved the Python. So, you know, shit just carries over. So I hope you guys enjoyed our little turnabout into British humor today.
Yes.
As we've been doing British humor all week. As long as the royalty and regalness of Europe is offended, I'm still gonna keep making jokes. I hope they never get over this shit. To be honest, I hope they never get over this shit. Piers Morgan quit his job.
Bro.
Like, people are devastated. They won't even play Oliver Twist movies. They're too fucking upset.
Yeah.
Too fucking upset. Oprah might have taken away British laughter. And she might have started World War III.
Oh, man.
So,
well, ladies and gentlemen, we made it. We made it to the end.
That's right.
Wednesday.
Don't forget, this Friday.
Yes.
This Friday, we have the pop-up going on, networking pop-up. Be sure to come in, check that out. It's $10 to get in. You know, there's a plethora of merchants and other people there that are gonna have you. Gonna have a lot of things on there for you. A lot of entertainment going on, and especially just a nice little crowd of mingling going on, man. You know, just come on down, check it out, meet some people, get some opportunities going your way. And plus we have another pop-up as well, going on as well too.
Yes.
Was that Saturday?
Well, Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Well, Friday is a networking event. Saturday, Sunday is the actual pop-up.
See?
We have vendors and all different types of stuff. Some good music. Hopefully, we'll set the mood. We'll have a good time.
All of the accoutrements.
Yes. So make sure you don't miss that. And also Friday, make sure you guys, if you have the time throughout the day, join Gideon and the city, because everybody's going to be out in their community trying to help and clean up their area. So
That's right.
Friday, we might not, I don't know, we'll see if we can attach to somebody that's working in the community and go, give them a hand. But for sure, I'm going to make it an effort to grab one of the cans and at least walk up 3600, and clean up our little area here, help it, because I'm not going by the bridge because I saw sofas over there. I saw at least
Right.
6 houses worth of boxes.
Fuck
and
that.
there might be a fucking person back there. Who fucking knows? But we will make an effort here in front of the house because I think I seen a fucking half a tire. Like, I don't know how the fuck that ended up in front of our building, but there's like a half of a sidewall.
God damn.
Like either somebody was trying to make a fucking swing or making some fucking chanclas. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but we got like
Somebody's being extra resourceful.
right, fucking MacGyver. Oh man, but outside of that, I think that's it for the weekend. So
Yeah, so if there's any,
join us for that.
if anybody has birthdays, happy birthday to you. Anybody celebrating anniversaries, happy anniversary to you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for joining us. Like, share, subscribe, share this video, share this video, share this video. Other than that, man, it's been a pleasure.
And I think we are out.
See y'all later, man. Conspiracy History Thursdays. So, tune in.